Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode of Sports Betting by Dummies. I am your host, Patty Parlays, and joining me as always, the man who has lost and won some, Tyler. Tyler, welcome in.
Thank you, Pat. Glad to not be an offer anymore.
You're not over either way, so you're right there with the rest of us now.
Hey, it was a risky bet, but got to for your first one. A little halftime Kansas money line when they're down 15. Worked out.
Hell yeah. And joining us as always, the voice of God, the tan man himself, Dizz. Dizz, welcome in, buddy.
Thanks, Patty. Absolutely juiced for the Masters and opening day tomorrow. Pretty exciting pod for me here.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the Masters there, Diz. So on everyone's mind, everyone's watching. Tiger is in fact playing in this year's Masters. I believe it is his first tournament since that scary car crash 13 months ago. Is that correct, Diz?
Kinda. He was in the PNC father-son a couple
Oh
months
yeah,
back.
right.
But yeah, his first professional tournament, full tournament. Yeah.
And he's looking for his sixth Masters title, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So everyone's obviously watching on that. It'll be interesting to see if he'll be able to play a full 4 rounds walking up and down Augusta. Augusta has some pretty gnarly hills to it.
I was very shocked that he is playing. I mean, back during the PNC father-son, he was struggling to finish 2 rounds in a golf cart. So I think everyone is shocked that he's playing. I'm shocked that he's playing simply because just knowing Tiger, he doesn't play in tournaments that he doesn't think he can win. So he has to think he has a chance at this year, which is pretty exciting from a fan perspective.
Absolutely. Last I checked, his odds were like 40-1. Any idea on what his odds are?
I have it up. Let me see. It is currently 50-1.
Okay. So that's certainly worth a sprinkle if you are a big Tiger Woods guy. Diz, have you heard any news on the reigning champion Hideki Matsuyama?
Uh-oh, I have not.
Well, so he hasn't played in like a long time because of an injury. He withdrew from a tournament last weekend because of the injury, but I don't
Hmm.
know if he's still planning on playing this week or not. I think I think it's kind of an underlooked possible headline. Has a reigning champion ever not played the following year and like not tried to participate?
Wait, he's not playing?
I don't know. He's currently listed as in the field, but he's withdrawn from like the past few tournaments because of an injury.
Ah,
And Augusta's not exactly the course you want to go out there with an injury. Like we were just talking about with Tiger, it's not the easiest course to walk, easiest course to play, and a course like that could really eat you up if you're not feeling 100%.
very true, very true. But I would be surprised if he, um, simply because even if he was unhealthy, since he won last year, he'd still participate in all the or all the I guess the Champions Dinner and
Mm-hmm.
some of the traditions that go into it. The champion's always there the year after, whether they play or not. So I imagine he's going to try to play, and he wouldn't be doing warm up rounds and practicing. But that's just me. I had no idea that he was even hurt, so that just tells you where I'm at.
Is he doing practice rounds and warm up rounds? I don't think I've seen him hit any golf balls or anything. Like you would think if he's a reigning champion, they would show more highlights of him like doing stuff.
I had no idea he wasn't playing.
Oh, so here on ESPN it says here Matsuyama still dealing with stiff neck, hopes to defend Masters title.
There you go. But he hasn't been practicing.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Just stay away from him, anyways. It's not a good bet.
Well, right.
plus four. What is it? 4,400 odds.
It's not great, but nonetheless, Diz, are you aware of the weather this weekend? At least early on.
Yeah, just moist, right?
I think it's wet and cold. I think is what I've heard at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to lead to lower scores.
Wait, lower as in like minus
Better.
8, -9?
Better scores.
Okay. Is the weather a factor at all when you're looking at your bets for this weekend?
Not necessarily, because the way that I bet on tournaments, specifically the Masters, is like iron play. Um, and so I think the best approach shot players have a bigger advantage when it's wet, and I think they'll get more strokes gained to the green when it's wet outside. They can put the ball closer. They can put the ball on these shelves that Augusta National has. Um, but yeah, I really don't think it really there's not like I would just say the better the iron player, the more it benefits. But that's Augusta anyways. So I don't it hasn't the Condittis haven't made me bet on someone in particular. But I think it's just a benefit. I do have a bet though that I think you will like involving the Condittis.
Is this bet one of your dumbest dummies or anything like that?
It is not.
Okay, then lay it on me.
I am loving at 10-1 the course record to be broken this week.
Wow. Okay. Is that on FanDuel?
Yes.
Let me find that bad boy. That's aggressive. Do you know what the course record even is?
I believe it's 9 under 63.
9 under?
Course
You're
Yeah.
thinking that might get crushed day one.
Yeah.
Plus 1,000 for yes, minus 2,000 for no.
Course record to be broken. Yes. I'm riding with it, Diz. I'm all the way in. Is there any other bets, Diz, that you have outside of your dumbest dummy bets that you're liking or you're feeling this weekend?
Yeah, I'm not making them dumbest dummy bets, but I think Morikawa is who I think is going to win. He's at 22-1, so I think that's some good value. Just best iron player, and I mean people have forgotten about Morikawa, but at the end of the day, he is played in 8 major tournaments and he's won 2 of them. And I think his approach game is just so impressive and is such an asset at Augusta. So I'm liking Morikawa at 22-1. Um, and then my other 3 Masters bets are technically dumbest dummies.
Okay.
So I'll leave that for later.
Okay. And Diz, I don't know if you know about this, but there is a deal going on FanDuel promo. If you bet $25 on the winner of the tournament, and they end up not winning, but they place top 10, then you get a $25 free bet.
Oh shit, no way.
Yeah. So, I personally used it on Cam Smith. I like Cam Smith. I think he balls out in poor weather. I think he's hot right now. And I got him at like 15-1 odds. And so when I put on $25 on that, it's like you could win like 400.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you're wanting to use that towards Morikawa or anyone like that, that's a pretty good payday if that pays off. But they just have to finish top 10 and you get a $25 free bet.
I am seeing that promo. I like that a lot. I well, I'll get there.
So I like Cam Smith, and then I also like my guy Shane Lowry. Those are
The
my
Irishman.
Yeah, bro. Those are my two kind of people who I think could win this thing this weekend. A lot of people like Brooks Koepka. A lot of people like Justin Thomas. I usually try to stay away from the more chalky picks. So Cam Smith and Shane Lowry are my guys this weekend.
What about Pat, lowest scoring Irishman? Because You could probably get some good value on Shane Lowry with Rory McIlroy also being an Irishman. Hold on, let me see if I can find that real
I was
quick.
gonna say, where is that? Oh yeah, here it is. It's in the props section on FanDuel.
Top Great Britain and Ireland player.
Woo!
Shane Lowry plus 550, dude.
Oh, give me that. Feed me that right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Love it. Good find.
Yes, sir.
That's bet together, win together. That's just working together, making things happen.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Anything from you, Tyler, or anything in general from either of you about the Masters before we move on?
Nothing on it.
Where's our golf specialist, Big Mike?
He's a loose cannon. He shows up when he wants. You know, he's just all
it's
over
Masters
the place.
week.
It is. But if it was the Kentucky Derby week, I bet you'd show up.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
I thought it was Dirty Mike. He's Big Mike now.
Man of many nicknames, many talents, but yeah, noticeably absent is Dirty Mike. So hopefully he listens to this and realizes he missed out. All right, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
This leads us to our next topic. Major League Baseball, baby. Opening day is finally here. Technically it's tomorrow, but it's basically here. If you don't start your day out tomorrow listening to "Come On Marlins" by Scott Stapp, then what are you doing?
Exactly.
I might even make it my alarm clock tonight because I just wake up to that. Oh man.
If there wasn't a copyright strike, that would be our intro song.
100%. 100%. But tomorrow there are 7 games. I know a couple of games got canceled already. But we got a full slate tomorrow. Obviously, we'll still have NBA and NHL tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big betting day, opening round of the Masters. Dizz, did you have a chance to look at any win totals you're eyeing?
Yeah, there were a few that I was really, really thinking about, but I don't know enough about baseball, so I need your consultative advice.
Well, I think I can provide that. But do you want to start? You want me to start? I have 6 win totals. I have 3 overs and 3 unders.
You can start, Patty.
Okay. Starting with my overs. I like the Boston Red Sox over 85.5 games. They won 92 games last year. They added Michael Wacha, which I think could be a serviceable 3-4 man in the rotation or just like a middle relief guy if they need him. And then they added Trevor Story, which is a much needed bat that they need. They added Schwarber last year, like the trade deadline, so they lost him. But I think Trevor Story is a younger, better version. So I think the Red Sox even have a chance to win their division this year in a very tough division where a lot of people are liking the Blue Jays. I actually think the Red Sox are a sneaky good team this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say that this may jump the gun, but does that mean you're taking them 5-1 to win the AL East?
Absolutely, I am.
Okay, interesting.
The next one I like the Philadelphia Phillies over 86.5. So just one more game higher than what the Red Sox have. The Phillies actually only won 82 last year, so this one they have to actually improve. But they added Castellanos and Schwarber, and I think that the Braves are going to underperform this year in the division. And obviously the Mets. I mean, the Mets opening day starter was announced, and it's not even Scherzer. So I'm not really sure what the Mets are doing. DeGrom is hurt yet again. I don't know if he'll play much this year. So with just other questions in the division, I think the Phillies kind of pull through, and I think they can easily increase their win total by 5 games this year. And then I also my last over for win total is I like the Seattle Mariners over 83.5 games. They won 90 games last season, and they're still somehow they're still projected to win 7 less games. Like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. They added Adam Frazier from the Padres, formerly of the Pirates. He was an All-Star last year. They had Robbie Ray, who was I don't know if he actually won the Cy Young or if he was like a top 3 finisher in the Cy Young in the AL last year. But the Mariners added him, and then obviously the Mariners got Jesse Winker and Suarez from your Cincinnati Reds, Diz. So I don't see a way where this team is not at least equal to what they had last season. And then my 3 unders for you gentlemen. I already kind of mentioned this team, but the Atlanta Braves, the former reigning national champions, the Atlanta Braves, their over under is set at 91.5. Now, the Braves won 88 games last season when they won it all. They lost Freddie Freeman and got Matt Olson. Now, a lot of people claim this is a 1-for-1 swap. I don't see it that way. Matt Olson is a career 252 batting average hitter with 348 on base percentage and a 511 slugging percentage. Freddie Freeman is a career 295 hitter with 384 on base percentage and a 509 slugging percentage. So, I mean, I think Freeman's the better player. Freeman put up almost MVP numbers. Did he win MVP last year, Diz?
Say that again, Freddie Freeman?
Yeah, did he end up winning National League MVP last year?
I believe so.
And so they're losing an MVP player, and they got someone who people think will be his replacement, but you're not going to get MVP-like numbers from Matt Olson. So I argue that this team got worse than where they were last year. So, and I think their division got better around them. I already mentioned the Phillies and other teams like that. So I think the Braves go under the 91.5. And what?
I was going to say I was liking that one as well. I didn't pull the trigger, but I may hearing your reasoning on it.
Hey, I like that. Bet together, win together, baby.
That's right.
Now, Diz, this is the one where you're going to yell at me, but I had to take the Cincinnati Reds under 73.5.
Of course you did.
I really thought this was going to be at 60. Now, obviously, it was a bit facetious, but the Reds won 83 games last year, but they lost 4 starters on their starting lineup and 2 starting pitchers. And they didn't really add anyone that can help them win right now, with maybe the exception of Tommy Pham. So I just don't see the Reds winning 73.5 games this year.
I can't bash that, but all I have to say is I guess that our win total would be 74, and you were giving me shit for it.
I mean,
the total is 73.5.
You were spot on with your guess of what the win total would be, but the real question will be how many games do the Reds actually win this year?
I think it's going to be really close to 73.5, so I'm staying away.
Okay.
You better believe I'm going to bet on them more than any human being should.
You and Sunshine, that's your guys' go-to.
Yep.
All right, the final one I have here, Diz, the San Diego Padres, under 89.5 games. I could not believe this was as high as it was. The Padres won 79 games last season. They did not really add anybody, but we already know that Fernando Tatis Jr. is out at least 3 months at the start of the season. We saw a glimpse of this last year, and the Padres were one of the worst teams in baseball without him, and they have to start the season out without him. So this number is way too high at 89.5. I am taking the under 89.5.
I didn't know how to feel about the Padres because they had such a collapse at the end of the season, but they were legit the best team in baseball for a good 2 months there. So I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't know if they can be consistent. I don't know if they're just got really hot last year and they're not that good of a team. Padres are one for me that I just genuinely have no idea. So I'm staying away. But I think if I had to lean, I would lean under as well because that total is very high.
Absolutely. All right, Diz. Any win totals that you're looking at, or you want some assistance from your boy on?
Yeah, there's a few. Seems like it's too good to be true, so you got to help me out here, Pat. Tigers are at 77.5.
Yep.
That seems high.
A lot of
Tigers
people,
always suck cheeks.
a lot of people are very high on the Tigers, Diz. Let me just tell you that right now.
Why? That's what I'm saying.
So they went out. So wait, what's the total at for the Tigers?
77 and a half.
The Tigers won 77 games last season. That
Did they
that
get better?
they added Javi Baez.
So they didn't get
They
better.
also added Michael Pineda from the Yankees. They all, but I think the key thing with the Tigers is they were a young team and they started showing promise at the end of last year. So the Tigers started out piss poor like they always do, like they last year, but they ended up actually, you know, coming back and almost finishing 500.
Hmm.
Which you're thinking it's 500. That's not that great, but for a Tigers team that has by far been like the dumpster fire of the league, the Tigers actually finished third in their division, only 3 games back of the Cleveland Guardians. The White Sox actually obviously ran away with that division, but I don't think that the Tigers 77 is a crazy number. It kind of scared me away because 77 and a half with them winning 77 last year, and I kind of agree with you. I don't think Baez is as hyped up as possible, but I definitely would not take the under 77 and a half if that's what you're looking at.
Okay. I'll stay away. You had the Phillies over as well, correct?
Correct.
That one, I like that. Added Schwarber and Castellanos.
Yep.
Ride that over. Couple unders. I know I'm not an unders guy, and I haven't taken these yet, but a couple I wanted to ask you about. White Sox at 92 and a half wins. Where are we? What do we feel about the White Sox in the AL Central?
So I actually agree with you. So the White Sox won 93 games last season, Diz. So 92 and a half, again, right where they finished last season. They added some, lackluster names, if you will. They added A.J. Pollock from the Dodgers. They added Joe Kelly from the Dodgers. He's going to be maybe a 4 or 5, starter middle relief guy. And they added Josh Harrison, who's, not even notable anymore. But Lance Lynn is out 6 to 8 weeks at least. So you're missing Lance Lynn, Cy Young or top 3 Cy Young finisher at least for some of the season. They just traded Craig Kimbrell. That's who they lost in the AJ Pollock trade. And then the sleepy thing here is they lost Carlos Rodon. He was their number 2 or number 3 pitcher last year, starting pitcher. And the starting pitching was really what got the White Sox going. So I would definitely never take the over here for the White Sox, but that under looks pretty juicy, especially if you think the Tigers and or the Twins might win some more games and make a run at the title this year.
That was my only thing, was that their division is so bad.
But it's improving. That's the thing.
It's getting better, but still, like, you play the Royals that much, you play the Guardians that much. I still think the Tigers are going to be bad. Twins are bouncing back, whatever you want to say. So I'm still hesitant, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet, so I'm not gonna run with that. But of all the divisions, are 2 with a heavy favorite according to FanDuel. And it's the AL Central and it's the NL West. The Dodgers are minus 250 to win the NL West. So, Pat, I beg the question, do I dare take the Dodgers over 99 and a half? It seems like an under, because if you bet a team to win 100 games, does that not seem insane?
So here's what I have on the Dodgers is they finished last year with a 106 and 56 record. So they finished 7 games above their win total right now.
Right.
They added Freddie Freeman to their team. I already gave you my spiel on Freddie Freeman. He was an MVP last year. He's going to obviously come in and make a huge impact here. However, they did lose Jock Peterson and they did lose Corey Seager. So, I mean, it's tough betting any team to win more than 100 games.
But my thing is, back 2019 they had 106 wins. In 2021 they went last year they won 106. In 2020 they won 43 out of 60, which is fucking insane. It's just like they do it pretty consistently.
Right.
But I'd also like Plaxico Burress and shoot myself in the foot if I took an over 99.5 and the Dodgers are still the best team in baseball and finish with 98 wins.
That certainly could happen.
So basically the moral of the story is I haven't bet any win totals, and there's nothing that I really am liking right now.
That's okay. That'll happen. And the thing with baseball is it's 162 games, so it's tough to gauge that without having seen a single game yet.
I'm definitely going to take the Reds over just to
spite me.
Piss you off. Yeah.
Are you going to take the Cardinals under too?
Nah, that's stupid.
Dizz, I was told to take a future on the Cardinals, so sorry about you.
Hey, I'm not bashing it. I'm just a jealous fan.
I don't know anything about baseball, but I was told that was the move to make, and it wasn't by Pat. So
yeah. So what did you get it at? Was it like 10-1?
Plus 3,000.
Oh wow, that's really good. So I do this thing where, like, at the end of every season for my team, I go ahead and bet them to win the next season. And so at the end of last season, I was able to get the Cardinals at 18-1, and that's obviously gotten worse. And I took the Reds at like 75-1, and I'm pretty sure that's gotten worse as well. So
had you gotten worse?
Yeah. So not looking great for your boy, but that's what happens. Sometimes it's a timing game, especially with the futures. You just never know what odds you can get at what time. All right, boys. I have a Hail Mary division winner parlay for you fellas.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
Before the season, division winners parlay. Beautiful.
Yeah. You always try to be that big brain guy that happened to predict every single division winner correct. Does it ever happen? No. Is it a waste of $1? Probably. But, here we are. It's $1.
There's worse ways to spend $1.
That's right. So,
if you ever hit it big, sports gambling, your autobiography needs to be, it's only $1.
It'll be on my tombstone.
Yeah.
Hey, I know my unit size, all right?
He's not.
I respect the hell out of it. Pat knows what he's working with, and you got to respect his self-awareness on his unit size.
Hell yeah. All right, boys. The division winner parlay, I got the Red Sox, I got the Tigers, I've got the Mariners, I've got the Phillies, Christ. I've got the Cardinals, and I've got the Giants.
Jesus Christ.
Did I hear Tigers?
The Tigers, that's correct.
You're buying in on the hype?
I am. I think the White Sox are going to slide. That division is going to be wide open for anyone to win. I think the Tigers come and surprise some people. Were there anything in there other than the Tigers, Diz, that you were kind of like not sure about?
Wait, who did you say? Did you say Phillies?
Yes.
They're not favored to win their division, are they?
They are not.
They're plus 340. Who else you got?
Cardinals, Giants, Mariners, and Red Sox.
Jesus. So you have no favorites?
Pretty much no. No, definitely
Respect
no.
the Stones.
Yeah, get good odds that way. It's
Yeah.
good value.
So if you're wanting to know what you win if you hit this and you ride with me, it is $1 to win $22,461.44.
Jesus Christ.
It's enough to buy me some new hair.
Tyler's waiting for us to hit it big so he can get some hair plugs.
Exactly.
Tyler, you don't need hair plugs. Just wear the sad boy season hat all the time.
Gets a little warm in the summer.
That's facts. But if you don't have hair, maybe you need it.
I don't think that's how it works.
All right. But yeah, Scott Stapp might be on repeat on my playlist.
Can someone explain this Scott Stat or whatever the hell you're saying?
The lead singer of Creed.
Scott Stapp?
He has a song?
He made a rallying song for
The Marlins. Yeah.
That's kind of sick. Does it go hard?
I know you've heard the song. I've had to have played it for you, Diz.
The song
Pat,
slaps, Diz.
no offense, Pat.
If you like Scott Stapp.
Most of the songs you play for me, I tone out.
I know you do. And that's what pisses me off about it.
And that's what pisses me right off.
It really grinds my gears.
That's right. Tyler understands the realness of it, how legit it is. I mean, he's Scott Stapp's #1 fan, so of course he likes it.
It's true.
When I think of Creed, I just think of that random ass. I just think of that random ass Dallas Cowboys halftime show.
They did a Dallas Cowboys halftime show? Oh,
bro, you know what I'm talking. You guys know what I'm talking about for sure.
Ooh.
Where he's singing higher, and that guy with the fucking rope, or I don't even know what you call it, he comes swinging in the middle of this.
I've never seen this.
You guys not know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, you guys are in for a treat. I'm gonna send it in the group message. We can keep it moving, but you guys gotta fucking watch that shit.
And I'll send you the Scott Stapp song that you have to play when you wake up tomorrow.
It's a banger.
Be a swap for a swap.
I will certainly do that.
And you have to actually listen to it and actually take it in, not just see something I sent and just ignore it.
So just sit there and hit the thumbs up on it.
The Dizz go-to move in the text message. All right, anything MLB related before we move on, gentlemen?
Still, my fanship can still be bought. So if anyone's trying to,
hey, do you want a free bet on DraftKings?
We'll see. Once I run out of bonus money, we might be looking at it.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
I do think tomorrow for FanDuel there is a same game parlay. Get your money back or get a free bet back. It's like $20 on a same game parlay. Look at the
do regular parlay. I thought
maybe just look at the terms and conditions. Make sure you know what you're signing up for before you do it. But plenty of ways to make money on the Major League Baseball tomorrow.
Sure.
All right.
A 3+ leg, a $1 plus same game parlay, or same game parlay plus on MLB opening day.
Okay, so you could technically take legs from multiple games. So yeah, that's a good call. All right, gentlemen, let's talk about our Dumbest Dummy competition. I went 0-0 on Monday because I withdrew or refrained from betting. Hi, Jake. Diz, how did you do
He's just creeping
on Monday?
I went 0-1. The over didn't hit in the national championship game, which I actually was awake at the end of. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Keep it moving.
So in the Dumbest Dummy competition, I am down 2.09 units and Dizz is down 2 units. So Tyler, if you want to jump in now, you could end up with a 2-unit lead in the competition.
And I think I already have a 2-unit lead in the competition. Not betting's got me in first place. Hot start to April, boys. So.
That's right. Diz, do you want to grace us with your Dumbest Dummy bets for tonight?
Yeah, sure thing. They're technically not for tonight. They're all Masters related.
That's fine. I'll allow it.
But I'm gonna rip all 3 since the Masters starts tomorrow.
Yep.
I love John Rahm to get a top 10 finish. He's played in 5 Masters. In his last 4, he's been a top 10. So getting him at plus value for him to make the top 10 was an automatic for me. I like the PMI Super Boost. Tiger to not bogey or worse for his first 3 holes. And I like that simply because if you par 1, you have a par 5 and number 2 that is a lot of people don't bogey. And then the third hole is a short par 4. So as long as he pars the first hole, I think that's a lock, and that'll be fun to watch tomorrow morning. And then on FanDuel, they have these like matches where you can bet on golfers against each other based on their outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't believe Morikawa was plus money against Victor Hovland. So I took Morikawa to beat Victor Hovland in the tournament match bet at plus 108. So 3 around plus 100. Feeling pretty good. Excited for Masters weekend.
So, Tyler, do you actually have any dumbest dummy picks? No? Okay, that's fine. Your lead will continue to grow as me and Dizz just slowly go down the crapper.
Just need
Whoa.
Just need both of you guys to start taking 31+ point victories.
Dude, I'm done
That's
after.
how I won last month.
I'm done after last night, after last month. First baskets aren't hitting. 31+ point victories aren't hitting. I'm done.
Can we get a first basket Friday back? I miss those shits.
Those were great because you would get your money back if it didn't hit. So it was like playing with free money. So
Exactly.
Well, I have one more question to ask since you said you're done with those. How do you feel about betting on the Canadians?
they're dead too. They're all dead. But I
No
will say
chance.
the Canadians over last night hit. So that was the bet I
He's
took
still
in that
betting on
game.
them, is what he's trying to say.
He's thinking about it.
No. I took the over. The over hit. You separate the totals away from betting the teams.
I bet you bet on the Canadians before the end of the year.
You know, I'm not going to tell.
Like in Dumb and Dumber, where he's like, "I'm going to get you to bet before the end of the day."
You're
10 to 1,
on.
20 to 1. Yeah, that's you. I'll make a bet that you bet Canadians money line the rest of the year. The bet is a unit in our competition.
What? No.
He knows he's going to.
Wait, how about just for the sake of Pat, so we're all betting, and just to give Pat a little, make fun of Pat, what about a 31-point victory for the Atlanta Hawks tonight?
You're going to take it and it's going to hit, and I'm just going to be pissed off.
I mean, Washington Wizards' third game in 4 days, playing the Hawks.
The Hawks have been hot of late, too.
I think if one's going to hit, it might be that one. But
Yeah. So, take it just to spite me, just so I can...
that's the plan.
God. All right, for my dumbest dummy, I am keeping it simple, people. It is for tomorrow, kind of like Dizz's are, but I am taking every single NRSI tomorrow as my dumbest dummy bets.
Hell yeah.
A lot.
It's 7. You know, it's for a volume shooter like myself, I've taken more than 7 bets on any given episode, so I'm not shying away from it. I'm thinking early on, first opening day baseball, you know, maybe not a lot of runs being scored, maybe some pitching duels. So I might be looking at unders tomorrow, and I'm definitely looking at NRSIs. And hopefully, as we get a few games into this, the NRSI dashboard will come to life and feed us all of the good information that we're looking for.
Patty, are you or if you're just not allowed to do it?
Sorry, repeat that. We lost you like halfway through.
Can you parlay NRSIs together?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. My FanDuel must just not be working then. So, and I believe you can't make NRSIs on DraftKings, right? It's only available on FanDuel.
That I do not know.
I remember early on you couldn't do it on DraftKings.
Right, and then I thought they maybe changed that. Are the NRSIs up on? Oh, they are. Woo! The NRSIs are up on FanDuel. I'm a big fan.
They weren't before the pod started.
Sorry, only the first games is the Brewers Cubs that's starting at 2:21.
That's what I saw. So I want to parlay them together, but they're not up yet. So I may do a best bet that I have to wait till the NRSIs are available first. So I'll let you know on that, Patty.
Okay, and I haven't even looked at like the pitchers or the hitting stats for tomorrow, so I really don't know which NRSIs seem better than the other. But you do know tomorrow you're getting the best pitchers going for every single team,
Absolutely.
so something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
All right, gentlemen, group best bets time. We went 0-3 without Tyler. It's just how it goes, you know. We don't have Tyler, and we're hurting. So we got the man back for tonight to get us back on track. But as a group, we are down 4.06 units already in the month of April. But we will get it back tonight, boys.
Everyone loves a good comeback story.
Everyone loves a good comeback story.
Kim Kardashian.
She had a little on her back in that video.
Thank you. God, someone got that reference.
Don't really like anything on the ice tonight. I'm gonna be honest. I do like quite a few things on the NBA. The Pistons plus 9.5 at home versus the Mavericks. Pistons are still hot, and Cade Cunningham is playing tonight.
Just crickets.
Yep. Celtics -7 versus the Bulls, who played last night, and Caruso is out tonight.
Celtics won by 42 last game, so they were hot the other day.
Pat, maybe you should bet him 31 plus.
God, stop it. I can't. I have to stop.
You're a recovering addict. I apologize.
I have to show restraint.
Pat's 3 days sober from taking 31 plus victories.
He's
I don't want to
feeling
say
the
victories.
itch. He's feeling the itch.
He's having withdrawals.
The
He's about
Hawks
to relapse.
Hawks -10.5 I like as well.
I like that one as well.
I really like the Thunder plus 15.5. No Mike Conley, no Donovan Mitchell. I mean, I'm trying to see if anyone else is out for the Jazz. I think it's just Mitchell and Conley, but still. The Jazz, I originally this morning took the Thunder at plus 17.5. They announced they announced Conley and Mitchell out, and the line only dropped to 15.5. I feel like that's not enough.
How do you feel about the Clippers -6.5 over the Suns?
I mean, I know the Suns are sitting everybody.
Yeah, no Crowder, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, or DeAndre Ayton. And the only one out for the Clippers is Norman Powell.
Actually, Norman Powell is probable now. So it actually
I'm
looks.
seeing out right now.
I think Powell might play. But even if he does or doesn't, I don't think he swings the game all that much. I don't hate the Clippers -6.5. I'm just salty because I took the Suns earlier this morning before they announced they were sitting everybody.
Oh, you took the Suns? Oh, that's tough.
I took them this morning before they announced that they were all out. So I got the Suns at plus 2.5, and I was super excited about it. And then they're like, hey, we're not playing anybody. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to jump.
It's over $1, dude.
It's a little dramatic.
Over $1. I'm gonna jump.
He literally minutes ago says, "I'm not ashamed of my $1 unit," and then he's like, "I'm gonna jump."
If my $1
My dollars matter. I'm not saying they don't matter. I'm just saying I'm comfortable in my unit size.
Hey Pat, you could get plus 3,200 odds on the Los Angeles Clippers plus 31 plus.
God, that's really good odds for the people that are playing. Tyler's gonna end up making me take a 31 plus point victory tonight, or like 5. There's only 6 games tonight. Tyler's gonna have me taking 5 30-point victories.
Time to get Dizz another win in the competition.
That's right. I'm just looking out.
Well, mainly I'm trying to get. I want to boost my 0, get that up to first place.
Gotcha.
Make sure you're staying down. Just take as many as you want as well.
Hey, thanks.
Mo Bamba first basket every game for the Magic too.
I'll do it.
Just keep piling it on. But what are we liking in the NBA?
I really like the Clippers 6.5 against the Suns. I mean, there's not a lot of people playing for the Suns tonight, it seems.
That is correct. Yeah. Okay, Clippers. Do we dare take Tyler Celtics?
Without Robert Williams, I'm not sure what team we're getting. It's back to the inconsistent Celtics that we had in the beginning of the year without him. Because you don't know if their defense is going to hold or not.
Yeah, I agree. That leaves Pistons, Hawks, Thunder. Of those three, which two do you like the best? Yeah, go Cardinals, Jake! Woo! Cardinals are winning it all, taking the ship.
Not a chance.
Jake saying number one.
Let's go.
He's ready for opening day.
That's right.
The king is back together.
Yeah! What an appearance. 2 in 1 episode. That's what you look for.
Yeah.
Well, I think Dizz doesn't want to take the Hawks. I of all those three, I think the Hawks are my least favorite just because the Wizards ended up beating the Timberwolves last night. I don't know if the Timberwolves are just falling off. The Wizards have won 2 of their last 3 games. I just don't know what you're getting with the Wizards or the Hawks, to be honest. But I feel better about the Pistons plus the 9.5 and the Thunder plus the 15.5.
I mean, that 11's a lot. What is it, 11.5? That's a lot of points for those two teams.
For the Hawks?
Yeah. 11, it looks like, for the Wizards.
Yeah, that's...
The Hawks are inconsistent, too. If the threes aren't falling, they kind of struggle.
Yep. So let's go Thunder plus 15.5. And Pistons plus 9. Cool. So that's Clippers minus 6.5, Thunder plus 15.5, Pistons plus 9. Let's get back on the winning
dogs,
track.
Baby.
Gotta put the bet in. Location and bam. All right, gentlemen, that leads us to the Hail Mary parlay of the day. It is 11 legs tonight, 6 spreads in the NBA, and then 5 pretty heavy favorites in the NHL. Any guesses on the value?
$1 to win. $2,300.
Oh, no. Way too heavy. It's $1 to win. Well, Tyler, did you see the value?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought so. I was just making sure. $1 to win, $307.94. A little bit on the light end today, but again,
That's weak sauce.
I literally bet every single game, so I don't know how it can get any better. But
That's weak sauce, Pat. I expect
take money line underdogs every single game.
That's
what's crazy is Pat does that.
That is fair. So we'll start in the NBA as we do. We got Pistons plus 8.5 versus the Mavericks. Knicks plus 5 versus the Nets. Hawks minus 10.5 versus the Wizards. Celtics minus 7 versus the Bulls. Thunder plus 17.5 versus Jazz. And the freaking Suns plus 2.5 versus Clippers. If you're like us and you're not really feeling the Suns after all that news came out, switch that out with the Clippers and you should still get the same value. And then in the NHL, I have the Jets moneyline versus the Red Wings, Lightning moneyline versus Capitals, Blues moneyline versus Kraken, Golden Knights moneyline versus Canucks, and Flames moneyline versus the Ducks. All right, gentlemen, anything you boys need to get off your chest before we call it a Wednesday?
Pat, are you salty that I ended up with the best Masters team in our family's random draw and I was not there?
Absolutely, because you didn't
My
draw
team
it.
is absolutely stacked.
You didn't draw it, and Peyton drew it, and so I think you deserve to give her at least half of your winnings.
That's fair.
Peyton drew it. I'll allow it.
But also, you stole my favorite lucky number 5 in the draw, so I feel like I deserve to be that number 5 and get all those picks. But
Well, Sucks to suck.
Yeah, but I do have my boy Shane Lowry on my team, so I think with it being winner take all, it's anybody's game. Tyler, anything from you?
What's our? We gonna be on tomorrow and Friday, or just Friday?
Just Friday.
Just Friday for the people.
Yep.
Sorry, guys, that are gonna try and tune in tomorrow.
Yeah.
You missed it by a day, but
Patty, are you working from home on Friday?
no,
It'll be a 5:30 again.
probably not. Friday we have our big meeting in the morning, and then usually we head out after that. So I should be home by 1:00 on Friday.
Sheesh. Okay.
Me too.
Look at us go. So maybe a little bit earlier on Friday for those that are trying to get a feel for when we're going live on YouTube. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for listening. Make sure you check us out on Twitter and Instagram at SportsBet by Dumb. If you are watching on YouTube, it is on that ticker down below. Check it out. Also, YouTube. We need YouTube subscribers. We're trying to get that number up. Ideally, we'd like to get it to 100 so we can give you guys a custom URL instead of telling you guys to go to the search bar and search for Sports Betting by Dummies. So help us help you. And we're still workshopping the 100 subscribers reward, especially because, we're down 4 units. So saying that our best bets winnings goes to merch for the winner, we can't have them refund us money. So
We can't? Sure?
You guys actually pay us for the merch.
Exactly.
But thank you all for listening. We hope you have a nice, profitable start to MLB season, to the Masters betting, and we will see you all on Friday.